Okay. All right. And we are live on Facebook on the ISPWP Facebook page. Hello, welcome to Luca and Marta. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
So this is our ongoing interviews with our ISPWP members, the International Society of Professional Wedding Photographers. And today we're talking to Luca Gallizio. Is that correct? Gallizio.
Yeah,
And right, and Marta. Hello, Marta.
Hi.
And they are from Bolzano, Italy.
Yeah.
And I have never been to Bolzano. I've been to all of the regular Rome, Florence, Venice, Milan, not Bolzano. So
Usually people come here to ski because it's really nice here with the Dolomites.
We
Yes.
are in the north of Italy.
yeah, I went and looked at some of the pictures of Bolzano. It looks beautiful, beautiful.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice place.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you're
outdoor.
lots of outdoor. You're up at the very far north of Italy, near the Alps, and that's why
Yeah.
you do. So do you do a lot of skiing and winter sports there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to come then because I love to ski.
You're up.
So you come. For sure.
Okay.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah.
So I know what's on everybody's mind right now is the coronavirus, and it's affecting a lot of people's business and wedding schedules and things like that. So I know Italy has been hit rather hard. I want to spend just a couple of minutes because I think people would be interested to know how things are in Italy and how things are in northern Italy, in Bolzano specifically. How is it affecting you guys?
Yeah. Sure. Well, at the moment, indeed, we are at home, so we are in quarantine, and
We are just blocked. We are really close in our
in
town.
our house. Yes.
We can't also go to
Studio?
the studio, the office. Yeah. It's,
Oh, you can't leave the house.
No.
No, we don't. We
No,
can't.
we can't.
Yeah.
Only for a first of all necessary. I
For
don't know,
first
for-
necessity, I mean.
Yeah.
For yes, go to
For
the
good-
supermarket or grocery,
Yeah.
or for sanity reason. I mean.
So it basically it makes business impossible.
Yeah, sure,
Wow.
it is, definitely is, and also wedding are forbidden till 3 of April,
Yeah.
and probably, unfortunately, because we just work with weddings, and we probably will be prorogated.
Yeah, extended
Till
the
till the
period.
end of April.
We hope for no, but
No, we have
we'll
to
see.
stay positive anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And fortunately, for the moment, we just have
Only one.
one couple that is going to change the date,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the first wedding of the season for us. And then probably also other 3 weddings could be just moved.
The 1st of May. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fortunately, we don't have any destination wedding
Yeah.
from couple out of our country for the first half of our season.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in July and August when we have the first destination couples.
Right.
We hope that is
Better.
better the situation.
For them, it's
Yeah,
worse,
we
for
hope.
sure.
Sure. Well, travel is almost impossible as well. So even if you had a destination wedding, nobody could travel. So yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah. So it's not just affecting obviously the wedding industry. It affects every business.
every.
Right.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Wow. It's quite an amazing time we're living in right now. So. Well, I really feel badly for everybody in Italy, and of course everyone around the world who's a small business owner who is suffering and trying to figure out how to get through this. So our hearts are with you and with everybody, and we'll get through this together as best we can, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We are just charging our batteries for when it's finished.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do our best.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because we can't wait to start the season. This
Yeah.
is really.
Yeah, I did read some good advice. One of the members posted that if during this downtime, it's unfortunate, of course, but maybe it's a good time to do all of the work that you could not normally do, that you never have time to do.
That is
all of the work that you wanted to do but never had time. So
Yeah.
Indeed, we did it.
it's all done.
We just have to-
And I'm sure your house is very, very clean.
Yeah. The first things that we did. Okay, now we have to clean house.
Right. Finally.
So, is that you eat really much, you know? So
Yeah.
we probably need a diet after this period for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
We cook, we eat, we go to bed.
That's our life for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully it gets better sooner rather than later, and we can get things back to some level of normalcy. So.
Yeah.
So let's move on to happier topics. Let's hear a little bit more about your business, how you got started. For someone who's never met you before, just tell me some of your background.
Sure. Well, I started when I was 12 years old, which are pretty young, and I mean.
So at 12 years old, what did you do? How did you do that?
I started with photography. So I just started my passion for photography when I was 12 years old.
As a hobby?
Then, yes, as a hobby.
Okay.
But
Sure.
also a study, because you have study.
Yes, I decided then to study photography. So I did an high school, the public one. There is in the north of Italy, in Torino, because I'm born there. And Torino is one of the biggest cities in the north of Italy, just after Milano. And yes, I started there with this high school. And in the meanwhile, I was doing work as an assistant. So I started with publicity and advertising, photography, still life.
Okay.
Because in Torino, that is really the big sector of photography.
It's an industrial city.
Yeah,
no?
This is an industrial city, so they make products, and that's a nice sector of photography. Yeah. So I started from there. I studied OSA in the evening. So during my high school, I did the work during the day, and then in the evening, just the study of photography. During then, I just discovered weddings because during the weekend, I just wanted to make some money. And I tried to do the second shooter and assistant also there. And well, for my first thing of work in photography, I just thought about still life and advertising because that was my goal at first.
Also because he is really introvert people. So so maybe I think, okay, now I have an object, I have only one little thing, I stay there, okay, and then work with nobody.
Right.
Technical things, that's something really I love.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, I think too for commercial photography and advertising photography, it's very technical. So you get you learn a lot in terms of discipline and precision and lighting. It's a great way to learn a lot of great fundamentals of photography.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And I'm always been passionate about technical stuff, about photography, with light, this kind of thing.
Right.
And I don't know why, but I found weddings like more big. I mean, you can find more sector of photography. I mean, with fashion, reportage, and many other.
Yeah, also the details.
So I don't know why, but I found that more when a way to explain and to explain myself with types of photography. So I just pointed at that when I finished the school, and I started with my own studio. So
you live from Torino to Bolzano?
Yeah, sure. That first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you opened your studio? How old were you?
I was 18 years old.
Wow.
So just after school. Yeah. Hard times.
Did you try to make yourself look older?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. At first I found a work here in Bolzano as a journalist photographer for a local journal.
Newspaper?
Yeah, newspaper.
Okay.
And then in the meanwhile, I was growing my own business. So I was doing these two types of work, all about photography anyway. And then here I found Marta.
Yeah, yeah, but also I did completely different study because I study sport, so completely different about photography. But I always taken photo, but not professional, nothing, only hobby. And but obviously when I meet Luca all the time, okay, look my work, look my picture, look my wedding, look. And I start to teach me. He start to give me a professional camera, and I did a lot of many courses. And he start to teach me. He's a really hard teacher because he start.
He's laughing.
Yeah. First time.
It's true.
The first wedding, I was really scared, Joe.
Sure.
like I did like an assistant, so with no responsibility or not many expectations.
She was following me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Many years before.
Yeah.
So just.
But okay, Marta, all in manual.
Wow, that's hard.
Was really difficult for me.
You know, best way to start and to think about what you are doing.
You are a very hard teacher.
Yeah.
Really. But now, yeah, I'm I'm pretty confident. Yeah, I can say that I'm confident and I can keep my risk. So can I do by myself the wedding or part of that?
Okay. So that's a good question then. So how do you work now? Do you always work together, or do you do separate weddings on your own?
Yes, we decided to work together.
Okay.
Yes, for have two different places during the situation, during the scene. Yeah. So one really close to the scene, and the other one a little bit far. And
also, for example, we can divide us during, for example, the getting ready or something like that. That we are together, during the wedding day.
And then we can take also more risk. So, important part anyway, to be more creative. I mean, to find different perspective and that type.
Right. Well, I know a lot of photographers, whether they work alone or whether they work in couples. It's you want the safe shot, the expected shot, the documentary shot, and then take a little bit more risk, go a little bit more creative, so you have both things to choose from, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's our way. Yeah.
And also, I think I don't want to be I can say I don't know. I want to say that maybe I hope that you think so. That when we start to work together, you have also find your grow up.
Yeah, sure.
I think because
she grew up with my style. I mean, because that's the only thing that she saw at start. So probably we are really near with our style.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely a good point because anyway you have to work also for the preparation of the groom and so the getting ready and the getting ready of the bride. Anyway, you have to take the same quality or the same style because the client shows you all your style.
Yeah.
Type of photography.
Sure, that's true. So there will be some consistency, but since you're both individuals, you'll have your own little bit of a style of your own too, correct? Right.
So that I really much emotional or something. I don't know. I can explain. He is really nerd or technical or.
Yes, I'm definitely more for the technical picture.
Right.
It's really much for the moment, and there is some attitude that complete the work in some way.
Yeah. And I can see that in some of the sample pictures on your website and on your ISPWP profile page and your contest entries that there's both the very technical, very well composed, very beautifully designed images, and then also some very heartfelt, emotional human connection as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really good mix of styles. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you only do weddings in your area in Italy? How much destination wedding or how much travel do you do if it was a regular year? Without,
yeah. Well, for the moment, it's probably one of the first year that we are working in all our country, so in all Italy. We never did a destination wedding out of our country, but it's definitely a goal for us for the moment.
We want, absolutely.
We definitely want.
We did a destination wedding, but in our country. So, for example, American people that come here.
Yeah, they come in Italy for a wedding.
Sure.
But
we never did one outside of Italy.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
If you had your choice, where would you like to go? Where would be your best location?
Everywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, sure.
I would like maybe, I think, for the color or something in India. Yeah.
India is really a place where we are thought about.
I would like. I would like.
Have you traveled there before? I've never been to India.
Yeah, never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. But
we love travel, but no, in India. In India, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree. The Indian weddings are amazing. They last a long time. They're many days long.
Yeah.
but lots of color and lots of beautiful opportunities. Yeah, for photos.
Yeah, it's completely different about our types of wedding that we are used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially. Yeah.
And I know that you guys participate in a lot of the online photo contests. So, and you've done very well, of course. What's your thoughts or what's your approach to photography contests? What's your thoughts on those?
Yeah. Well, we just started last year. So last year was our first year that we made some different contests. And our approach, we never thought about contest during our shooting. So during the way we don't think about that.
About it.
But I think it's really, really important to push us to make every day something better. So that's the way.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, also for I can say for feel the different, for look the different each other or with the other photographer. The style, different, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
That is probably, for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so for create a competition, because I think the competition is
you can.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah, sure.
You have I think to have a better. Can I say? I don't know. Some word in English is hard.
As I like to say, your English is way better than my Italian. It doesn't even compare.
It's not so good. It's not so good. Now, also not for.
Meeting new photographers, knowing other photographers make you better in some way.
Yeah.
Because when you can compare with some others, or just talk and understand them, you can get better.
Yeah.
So that's the way we approach.
And I think also from the next year,
we don't do that for clients. That's the things. We just do
for us.
to make us every day better picture.
And I think that from the next year, I start. I think it's the time for start for the.
You want to start this year?
I want.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I would like, right, and also create more competition.
No, that's right.
But that's important anyway. It's fun.
It is fun. Yeah. Well, now you have to compete against each other. So.
Sure.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's good to get feedback from someone other than yourself to say, oh, my work is appreciated and recognized by other photographers. So it's validation that you're doing well, and it's good, promotion and good recognition by other photographers. I know that a lot of photographers, if they do well in contests, that gives them a certain level of being well known, and it helps to promote their business. It helps to promote if they want to do a workshop or a conference or be a conference speaker. It gives them a little bit some credibility there.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you guys go to photography conferences or?
Yes, we booked it for every conference in the next weeks, but they're all deleted.
It's impossible.
We have also been called for to be a speaker for the conference in Bulgaria.
Nice.
So yeah, unfortunately, it's all deleted.
It's all
probably will be in October. Yeah. So, but it's our first experience in a way.
Also, that one is the first experience to talk with a lot of people.
That'd be great. Yeah.
to
we
speak,
never did.
How we start, how we. So it's a bit. We were a bit nervous. Yeah, we are a bit nervous too.
Well, it's fun. I'm sure you guys will do great. It's fun when you're up there together because you have someone to go back and forth with, and it's more.
That is true.
Yeah. Anyway, let's. Speaking of competition pictures, let's look at some photos.
Sure.
Let me see if I can share here. Let's see. Share screen. Start sharing. And I will. Get a picture up here. Hopefully.
Oh.
Okay, make sure. See the screen. Okay. I think that works. Can you guys see the photo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yay, it works. Okay, good.
No,
So this photo, as you know, has won a number of competitions. It's a beautiful, beautiful image. And why don't you tell us about this picture?
Well, I can tell that this place, it's a castle near Bolzano, so near our city. We've been there really many times. And, when you come in a venue many times, it's really difficult to make something different. So for me, this picture was something different because I never did these types of frames. And, well, there is also Marta in the way if you zoom, because in the corner of the right you can see her.
My hair.
Oh, really?
My hair.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, she was.
I did not see her.
Yeah. No, but it's really small. And yes, she was
with a flash,
holding a flash.
And
yes, we triggered on the white wall behind the couple, and then we did it. We probably just missed someone in the corridor or something there. But
yeah, in the right side, in the right part.
Yeah. The next time that we go there, we have to plan something
there. Yeah.
with these two types of.
That is the type of nerd photo
of Luca.
Of Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lovely thought and a lovely idea to do the backlighting of them in that window. A lot of photographers would not do that. They would. They would not want to catch it as a silhouette. That's a lovely idea.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah,
it certainly helps when you live in a location that has castles too.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a castle.
You're right. But,
we have a lot of beautiful locations here.
We have a lot of beautiful locations. Yeah.
Especially here in the north. In the north, we have a lot of castle. Yeah.
And do you find that your clients are, because this type of photo takes a couple of minutes to visualize and to set it up and to get everything where you want it. Do you find that your couples are willing to work with you and take that extra time to set up these types of shots?
Well, I think so. Yeah, I think they like that types of photography for sure.
Yeah,
because that's what we show to the public.
yeah,
And probably we have many clients that anyway are passionate about photography, so I think they understand that. The mood of this picture probably is not so
dark.
happy.
Yeah.
So probably it's just some conflict with the normal type of photography, of wedding photography. I mean.
Yeah. Let's get another one. Oh, I like this one too.
Oh.
So this is a very unusual ring shot.
Okay. I'll tell you a secret, Joe, about this picture.
Where was this taken?
No, okay. It was taken near here, really. It was a venue there where there was a small lake.
With a lot of frogs.
Yeah, with a lot of frogs. So we thought about make a picture there with the frogs. It took me so much time to try, and without any results.
And it was also a bit dangerous for the rings
yeah.
I tried almost 40 minutes.
Time. Yeah, with my hands near the everywhere to catch the rings quickly.
In the free times, I mean, of the wedding, when people was eating, and that's it. But after all, when I thought I was about to left the idea of this picture, I found in the location a toy of a frog. You know.
Ah, okay.
So
toy frog.
Yeah. So I used that toy that was in the location to make the picture easily.
Okay, that makes sense. A little bit easier than a real frog.
I brought all the magic about this picture. I completely understand. But
is that with a real one was really complicated.
Impossible.
Yeah,
almost impossible.
Yeah. But we would like also, because we love that type of shoot, because the couple was really they loved the nature. They loved also the venue was completely in the green with that lake. So we
wanted to show the type of things in this detail.
Sure.
So it's a storytelling data that really explain the location, the venue, I mean, and also the couple, because it's a big part of the shows. I mean,
sure, but it's also very creative because I would never have thought to go underneath the leaf to get a silhouette shot with the toy frog.
I know. It's something
but it makes sense.
A construction of the picture, because you try first time I was trying another type of photography with the frogs, but after all I decided the shadow because of the toy, because it wasn't
impossible to with it.
But people don't appreciate there's so much creative thinking that goes on, and you only have so much time. There's usually not very much time. And you have to think quickly, right?
Yeah, for sure. Not always you have so much time.
Yeah. Now this is a great shot in terms of framing. You frame the subjects. It's always something to look forward to.
Yeah. They are our friend also.
They are our friend. Yes. They was married last year.
Yeah. Yeah, the chair was really, really, really small.
Yeah, so outside you can. That's the most far spot that you can go from the door of the church.
Yeah, the door of the church. That was on the. Yeah.
There's a wall. You're back up against a wall.
Really small. The space.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we are pretty happy about this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this a normal activity to have a couple walk through a sheet? I've never seen this before.
No,
it's not used. It's not a lot.
This is a custom in Bolzano or something.
Yeah.
That is a really. They are from Innsbruck.
Yeah, from Innsbruck.
Oh.
Yes. So Austria.
Also another culture, but they live here, and yeah, we have seen a lot of time that type of exit, I can say. So yeah.
Well, I've seen a million wedding photos. I don't think I've seen something like that before. So that's great.
also because the church, or a lot of church in nature, they don't throw rice.
The rice.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Also for that.
So that was another
try
thing.
another thing to go out the church.
Yeah, that's becoming more and more common, that they don't want rice all over the place, and you have to clean it up.
Humor probably is a big part of wedding. So this picture, I think, is really funny because the expression of the bride. That's it.
The foot that shows.
Right. Well, with a photo like this, timing is important because you want to get just the right moment when they're coming through. You want to be in just the right place to get their faces. The foot coming through with the shoe is perfect. There's a lot of elements that just have to work for it all to work together. Because it could have been you've been at the wrong angle, or you didn't get the right expression. A lot of things come together well here.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, and some of it is luck, and some of it is just being very well prepared and thinking ahead about where you need to be. Right? It's experience.
Yeah, a lot of time you can't have the time to think too much. You just have to do it with instinct.
Yes. And the only way to get that instinct is to shoot a lot.
Yeah, sure.
That's why we always stress, especially for wedding photography, the importance of experience is very important to have a lot of weddings to.
I see Luca. We see sometimes the difference, because he in 1 second can change the set or do something really, really quick, and I do the same, but I need a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. She started like just 3 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, 4. So it's not so much time anyway.
Yeah, this is a lovely image too, because you'll see a lot of photos where you'll catch a reflection, but it's the same person in the reflection. And here you were able to get, I assume that's the groom. Is that the groom in the window, in the picture frame? Yeah.
Yes. It's in just the other side, near. On the other room, in front of the frames. In the right side. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, and this is another example of the kind of picture that you have probably 1 second to capture it, right? And you have to see it and notice it and realize that it's something unique and special and grab it quickly.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. And yes, you have to wait the right moment, probably also, because no.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But also, I think also that you're right, Joe, because we were in 2, so you have also, I think, to wait the right moment.
Sure.
The right moment. So you can't run to one side to the other one, but you have to wait a bit.
And stay there.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
And wait the right moment.
Right.
In that case.
Right. Yeah, and that's true. That's another thing that clients should appreciate is a lot of times the photographer is anticipating that something is going to happen, and you see the potential of, if he just moves a little bit more, this will be a great image, and then you have to wait and hope that it happens, or you move a little bit to make it happen. But it's not just random shooting. It's a lot of looking. It's a lot of seeing. It's a lot of being aware of what's visually in front of you, right?
Yeah. You have to try a lot. Sometimes doesn't work, and sometimes does. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And the ones where it does not work, the client does not need to see it.
Sure. For sure.
They don't want to see all the ones that did not work. So here's another good example of framing.
Okay, yeah.
You're right, Joe.
Okay, to explain this picture, Marta is going to bring something.
Oh, good. Okay.
Because we are particularly proud of this picture because it was taken in a car parking. So, you don't have really many good places, places to make
right.
a great portrait in a parking.
Right.
And, we used common kitchen tools that is called that's used for spatzen, so a sort of pasta to make this picture.
Right, a pasta strainer.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, sure. I was wondering what this was. I was wondering, how did they do that?
Yeah. Oh, she can't find.
Okay.
We didn't prepare.
So let me get this straight. Let me make sure I understand. So when you go to shoot some of these portraits, you bring props, you bring items that you can integrate into the photo.
Yeah. Sometimes we do. And this is the time where, we always have something that is possible to use when we have problems.
Mm-hmm.
So to solve problems. So like little mirrors or maybe object that we find interesting. So sometimes with us, yeah. So this type of tool we brought with us in our bag. Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Thank you.
Especially if it's a number of small items that you can throw into a bag. You don't need to bring large props. But I know a lot of people will use like small mirrors, like you say, or they'll bring a small glass prism, those types of things, or
Yes, also we also use
some
gadgets like I don't know what to say, a little bit something like reflecting, not just this one, but a little another one is bigger. Yes, something like a mirror, but it's in plexiglass.
Yeah,
right. Just a little block of plexiglass. That is also really nice to carry around and to use.
I didn't find
the grater. Yeah.
So this must have been like, because the holes here, they must be very, very close to the lens. Is that correct?
Yeah. It was really, really close, and with a high aperture.
Yeah.
No, not a high aperture, but closed aperture to have all in focus.
Right.
And
probably it works because I cannot tell that this is a parking lot.
Yeah, sure. That's why.
Right.
This sure means that you don't need a super destination wedding to make something interesting. Yes. You can just use a kitchen tool and a light, and that's all.
That's great, and that's why clients hire professionals, because they have all of these tricks. But no matter where you are, they can make it look beautiful. I've seen some weddings that were shot in very ugly buildings or very ugly venues, and by creative thinking and placement and angles, you can make anything look amazing. But it takes work sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, sure. It doesn't help you if the location is not great, but you can do it.
That's right.
You can
it takes a little more thought.
Yeah.
Oh. Getting great. No.
Makeup. Yes, this one is during the makeup part.
Yeah.
It was really, really a small room. This one.
Yeah.
It was a destination wedding. This one from a couple from USA.
Yeah.
And they married here near the Dolomites.
Yeah.
In San Cassiano, so it's pretty near here. I don't really know. I still don't know what that reflecting object is. Probably something like a tool that used for makeup, or
no, it's like a microwave.
It's like a microwave
for a wax.
Oh, okay.
And we just saw the
because
reflection there.
it was in a hotel. Is a little room in a hotel for the how can I say esthetician for the
for massage and
for
aesthetics.
Yeah,
like a spa. Right?
Like a spa, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is nice because a lot of times I will see during the getting ready photos, with mirrors, because there's a lot of mirrors for getting ready. But this one incorporates some nice framing and a silhouette as well, so it's like a bonus. It's like extra.
Sure.
And again, as a photographer, you have to notice that. You have to see that and see the potential for that's something a little bit extra to make it a silhouette. Not always easy, and to get the profile of the face, because sometimes it's not facing the right way, right?
Yeah,
no, absolutely.
Indeed, you have to
So
right.
These photos are always a little harder than they look. That's what makes them the greatest, because they look easy, but you know that they're not really. And of course, I like any photo that has a dog in it. So.
Yeah, this is one of the best picture for our clients usually.
Yeah,
they
because
really love
it's
this
also
picture.
Is this the client who owns this dog? This is the dog of that client, or is that their pet?
Sorry?
Is that their pet dog for the client?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And it was the part of the wedding. This dog,
a big part.
Big part of the wedding.
Really?
Yeah. All the wedding portrait. Yeah, are with the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the ring.
Also the ring one. Yeah.
We made with the
Zampa.
Did the dog bring the rings up at the ceremony? Sometimes the dog will be the ring bearer. I've seen that.
No, I mean our picture, because we always made a picture for rings, like a detail shot, but we try to personalize for every couple.
Okay.
And for them, I mean, we just put the rings on the, I don't know to say, the hands of the dog.
The paws.
Yeah.
The paws. Sorry.
But what a beautiful location, though.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's really known here in the north of Italy. Is the Braias Lake. And
what's the name of the lake? What's the lake called?
Braias.
Okay. Beautiful.
Right.
It's so famous.
Yeah, it's really famous because they made many movies there.
Yeah. And all the time that the clients that know that area, the Braias Lake, so beautiful.
So it's usually a busy place.
Yeah.
For tourist people.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to work there usually.
Yeah.
Right.
It was in the early morning.
Yeah.
That's shit.
Yeah, that's true. For popular destinations, it's crowds and tourists is hard to work around sometimes.
Yeah.
I just love the tone and the colors and the look of the dog. The dog's expression is just.
We were really lucky because with the dog or with the animals, it's completely different.
They're unpredictable. Exactly right. Yeah.
So it's we were really lucky.
And there is also the possibility that the dog come in the lake. That's not a problem, but you have to try.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah.
It's not easy with dogs.
Yeah, my dog would jump right into the lake. It can be soaking wet.
But she tried a lot of times.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is another advantage of being in the mountains.
Yes.
So I'm going to assume this is a drone shot, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. It's our drone, and we use it from this year. Really. They started from the end of last season to use drones in our photography. And it's really a nice part to have another perspective of the scene.
Yeah.
This couple, she was a wedding photographer that was here for holiday in Bolzano in
December, I think.
In something like the end of December of this year. And they wanted an engagement shooting. Probably this picture, it's really what they was looking for, because you can see the place in some way. Yeah,
a lot
of the snow.
Yeah, because it was really, we have a lot of snow also in this moment, right? Yeah. We have a lot of snow, so yeah, it's so beautiful for me.
And then we made them play with it.
Well, I'm going to get rid of our thumbnail so people can see the whole picture of the corner there. So I like the footsteps. It's like one set of footsteps is straight, and one set of footsteps goes back and forth, zigzag.
That footstep
is that intentional?
Yes, because we did it 3 times to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
Sometimes the fortune to work for engagement, because you can take more time without the pressure.
True.
Of the wedding,
So let me ask you: Do you use the drone for a wedding, or just for engagement portraits or other portrait work?
No, also for a wedding.
You do it for a wedding too.
Yeah. Also for a wedding.
Do you have a third person using the drone, or do one of you use the drone?
No. It's me.
Okay. And during a wedding, what part of the wedding do you usually use it? Is it for the reception or for
usually
portraits? Usually
just for the portrait. For the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe for some picture of the location.
Yeah, but in the not to time, not a lot of time. We use that maybe also for the location, maybe when they see it, but not too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the most important part is for portraits and for landscape. Nice period.
Right.
Yeah.
I find that most people do the same thing. That's the part of the day where you have the time to do it, because it takes time to get it set up and to get everybody where you want them to go and in the right location and send the drone up and take that nice big wide landscape shot and get everybody included. Yeah. So.
Also, because when you get high, I mean, you don't know if you never did before in that place how it looks. So sometimes you go up, but it's not good enough to take a picture. I mean.
Yeah. What kind of drone do you use? Do you know?
We use the DJI Mavic 2 Pro.
And you're happy with it? You like it?
Yes, definitely, because it has a really nice file, a nice raw file.
Mm-hmm.
You can edit all you like. It's really, really like probably our camera, a little bit less for sure, but it's really great.
I may be asking some of the ISPWP members a question in a survey coming up or in a newsletter, because some people are suggesting to have a whole nother category in the contest for drone pictures. I don't quite think we get enough volume of them to make that work yet, but I do see more and more photographers using drones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and every once in a while I'll have I know of 1 or 2 people that use it during the whole day. They'll have a third person who they bring to the wedding and flies around the ceremony and flies around the reception, and you get a lot of drone images that way.
It really depends, because anyway, there are many new rules about aerial photography. So anyway, you can fly up to the people, and there are really many situations that it's too dangerous for me to do.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so, for me, it's also maybe too much.
And that's too much, yes.
Can understand the video, maybe.
Yes, for the video, it's probably
different for me.
True.
Yeah.
A lot of drone photo is, I don't know, but for me, it's
not so important. I mean, some for sure, because it's a really nice perspective. Sometimes it's really helpful, but it's not all the day. Yeah, for us. I mean.
Well, I know they're popular because they're still a bit of a novelty. They're still sort of not quite that common yet. So, and it's nice when you see some drone pictures that are a little bit, I don't know, different or unusual than others. A lot of it is just the composition and the location too, like this one.
Yeah,
that's this one. Yeah.
So this is a drone image as well?
Yes.
Not on a very tall ladder?
Yes, it is. And
this case,
in our types of venue that we have we have many mountains. It's really helpful sometimes because you can find view and panorama
landscape.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you're in a location like where you are with all the mountains, you must have some beautiful landscapes. Yeah. And beautiful castles and buildings. Yeah, right. I don't have any castles where I live. So
but when you maybe for us are the same in your location or in another location, we would try to
change.
I have a beach.
This year will be the first year, one of the first year anyway, that we have work. We have also some beach weddings in the Amalfi Coast in Italy. All the weddings also in Rome this year. So for us it's something really different because we can approach to different locations that we are used to.
Now, for a drone image like this, do you ever incorporate video for your clients?
No.
Or is it always still photos?
No, we just take pictures.
Okay.
Yes, just photos. Okay. Also, because we don't sell the video part to our clients, we just suggest any other supplier.
Okay. If they want video, you recommend a videographer to do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So when you're shooting with the drone, do you only shoot still photos? Do you shoot video at all, or never?
No, never.
Always still photos. Images. Okay. And I'm not that familiar with. I honestly have never done a drone before. But do you have obviously some sort of monitor that you see?
Yeah.
You see what the drone sees, and so it helps you compose it and frame the image and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
In the mobile phone.
You can shoot in a manual, right?
Also in manual. Yes, you can shoot in manual with the camera. So you can just set up.
Well, of course, because you have to shoot in manual.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Why would you never shoot? Why would you shoot any other way besides manual? Well, you call yourself a photographer? Come on. I'll admit I didn't always shoot in manual. You would not hire me as your photographer.
Anyway, all the day.
But because then
apparent priority most of the time.
After the first experience, I started to exactly to do that work. Marta, maybe you can try that set. What?
Wow.
What? Now I understand.
Here we go. Here's a nice example too of a slightly different take on the typical toss bouquet toss photo to get the silhouettes in. It's nice.
You used the flash for this picture?
Two flash.
Okay.
Two flash.
This was a dark nighttime location?
Completely in the dark.
Completely night.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That makes it even more impressive. You have to then anticipate or foresee what the shadows are going to be doing.
Yeah. Sure. We have tried.
We tried before
with me. I tried. And then we did it.
Then we did.
Oh, you practiced. Okay.
we made it with a video light that was to focus the bride. And then we used the two flashes behind up on the table to make the light a little bit more high.
Yeah.
And then we figured it out. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it takes a. That's one thing that I always like to say. It sort of separates the top end photographers from an average photographer, is to be able to see in your mind, to envision ahead of time what you want that image to look like, and to then make it happen. And I think that might come partly from the advertising or commercial photography background, because a lot of that is pre-visualizing what you want the final image to look like, and then figuring out how to make it happen, right?
Yes, sure. It was a good school for these types of picture. Yeah.
Yeah. And when you were there in high school, when you were 12 and 16, so that was about what, 5 years ago? Because you look so young.
Oh no. 29. Anyway, it's a little bit more than 5 years ago. Something like probably yes. 15.
No.
Well, I was 15 years.
See, now you have to admit how old you are, so never mind. Well, I really appreciate looking at these images and getting to know you a bit more. So why don't you tell everybody, sort of, do you have any plans for your business besides getting over the virus problem? Do you have any sort of other goals or direction that you're moving your business in the next few years? Are you going to make any changes, or do you have some ideas?
Sure. Well, we are thinking how to work all the year with weddings, because we love it. So in Italy we have just the season from April till October.
Yeah.
That's the season of weddings here, and just some in the winter season. So our goals is for sure
2-3 in winter.
for the moment try to find a way to work with weddings all year. Yeah. So maybe in other countries, and we really don't know how to for the moment.
No, but
it's probably growing up.
We know how, but we have to
grow up.
Yeah, to do step by step, because we can't do in one second.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw also from your website that you also have a portrait studio, right, where you shoot portraits indoors, correct?
A little studio.
Yeah. We have a little studio that's in Bolzano.
Okay.
And we also do portraits, for maternity, newborn shooting, and this type of things.
Yeah.
That's good. I do know that a lot of wedding photographers like to supplement the work during the slow season with some portrait work if they can, or sometimes it helps.
Yeah. Especially here, we have to, because or you keep some wedding in the south of Italy, and you can do it also in November maybe, but here the 1st of October
it's really cold.
Yeah, it starts to be cold. Okay. So from October till April you have to work in other way, right?
Yeah, sure.
Here in Italy.
Well, you either have to work or you have to go skiing more often. Go up in the mountains.
Also,
Joe, if you come here, you have also
a ski teacher.
Oh, good.
I'm ski instructor. So.
Oh, awesome! That'd be excellent.
So you have to call us, and we are here.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I will take you up on that offer the next time I'm in Bolzano. Well, it's been lovely talking with you guys. Thank you so much. And I do, of course, again, hope that the situation gets better with the business and the virus. And if there's anything we can do as an organization to help out, please let me know. And I know the whole group is supporting everybody, and all the other members are supporting each other to try and get through this. So we'll make it through.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Sorry?
And thank you so much again.
Thank you too. Thank you too,
really.
Joe. Thank you too.
Okay, talk to you later.
Pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.